time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever.
Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver.
All about running the spot.
And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather.
Cardio kingpin.
Subjugate the dub play.
And you know we can't wait to bring spins.
A-star quizzes, A+ the final.
Vocals we align, we'll move it all
simultaneously over joints we rock.
We earn
30 years so you can say we got
3 turns.
Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men.
We install doubt in you and your yes men.
And if the game had veins, we'll insert
upheaval the ground.
Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. We're leaving the kings of all crowns. Are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Keep it steady.
All right, Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL has us on the west coast of the Sunshine State. Downtown Tampa's the spot, Raymond James Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go!
Let's go. 56, 56. Bravo.
Check, Mike 57, Mike 57.
Throwing on first down is Allen. He's got his man, that's Josh Gordon. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1 yard pickup there on second.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Hey, Echo.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He may try and run for this. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Devontae Freeman, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Giants take over 1st and 10. At their own 28-yard line.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Switch up, switch up.
They'll look to throw. And he hits his man, Matthews. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
They had good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On second down, Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Motion, motion.
Looking to throw on second down. Allen. Got Gordon open, completes it. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
It's caught. Jones. Coming into the week, he's the NFL's leader in receiving yards. There's his first catch, and it's good for a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Carl Lawson in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. To throw, it's Allen. Gets it to Gordon. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Allen going to come to the line here, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Allen going to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Leonard Fournette. And an alley to run. The 20. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Leonard Fournette with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that pushes the lead up to 11. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. The throw there finding its way to Boyle. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me, his balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game, as we just saw there.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Giants.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He completes this one to Mack. A gain of 6 there on first.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
On third down, Barkley able to fight through one tackle. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
On play action, they'll throw. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Mack. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets it down to the 32. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2nd and 11. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hey, home.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Richardson coming right up the gut, gets in there for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road's a bit tougher from here. From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Alert!
Here we go, D, get up.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen escaping the pressure right. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
Hey, alert! Check 24. Watch 24.
Watch tight end. 57.
Allen now throwing again. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Watch the boot. 58 to Mike, 58.
Allen to throw once more. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, but it'll be 2nd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Harris. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Quick hitter here is complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. On now, Graham Gano. He's hit from 63 as recently as last year. And they say officially it's a 68-yard attempt. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Fournette. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Middle. You got it.
On first down, Allen sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Y'all playing the wrong football.
Half.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
Hey, Charlie.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. Steps away to his left. He goes underneath to Freeman. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized. executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. The All-Pro Vondler there on the tackle.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Out of the gun now on third down. And that's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. This is taken at the 18. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Allen now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Throwing now is Allen into heavy traffic. Now Cunningham has the ball knocked down. They'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill. But the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Allen now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here's Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
I got this.
Now Allen to throw. Going to throw again. Flushed out right. And an alley to run. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd.
Hey, tight. General West.
I got it.
Hey, orbit.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To the air. Allen able to get this to Gordon. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Devontae Freeman with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is up to 15 now. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to look deep. This is intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Trying to improvise. Got Gordon open, completes it. A good pick up there at 20 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Devontae Freeman, 27 yards as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. They'll set up to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot.
I got it. Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch tight. You got 4.
Quick throw out to Gordon on the perimeter. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Drop deep, drop deep.
They'll try the right side here with Fournette. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll take this one down to about the 40.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller racking up number 12 for him on the year. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is will he be able to bounce back in the next one, because right now this has not been his game.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll drop the throw. He completes this one to Mack. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. He'll drop to throw. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as he'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Kenny Clark able to record his 5th sack of the season. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Forced out to his left. And it's a fumble. And that is going to skip out of bounds. So a break there for sure. They'll hold on to the possession at the 5-yard line.
Let's get in there now. Out, 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 out.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 4. Run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last?